Today we're going to print some holiday gift tags with PrintsWell. They're my favorite printer, and they just added 3 new die cut shapes for their gift tags, which I think are going to be so popular this holiday season. So I'm going to show you this scallop circle holiday gift tag, which is just so fun. So let's hop on the computer and I'll show you how I designed this and order it with PrintsWell. Okay, here we are. I have our gift tags designed, and I'll show you a little bit about how I went through that. So if you're in PrintsWell and you ever need their templates, you can just click Need Help, go into their gift and wine tags. You can see a bunch of different shapes that they offer. And then we can go into the templates tab to actually download those templates. The gift and wine tag ones are here in miscellaneous product templates, and they have them in a few different programs. I opened mine in Adobe Illustrator because it's my favorite design program. What I like to do is put the template on a separate layer and then lock it. So we have that template. Once you get familiar with this, you won't necessarily need all of the additional template information, but let me just show you what that means. So this will tell you which template you're at, the artwork final size, as well as the final cut size, and the safe print area. So anything in the green is going to be safe. If you put anything outside of that, just make sure it's something you're okay with potentially getting cut off, because there can be shift. The trim line is the line where they are trimming, and then the bleed edge is this black line. So your full design needs to go all the way to the bleed edge, but anything outside of this red dotted line potentially also might get cut off. So just be careful. This is a really small size. So anything that's really important should go inside the green line, but you do want your design to extend to the edges of the full square. I also love that the template shows where the hole is, because you want to account for that in your design. You wouldn't want to put something, for instance, this bow we put, you don't want to put this bow right here and then have the hole cut through the middle of it. For the back of the tag, I just copied the scallop shape from this template and used it here. I want to do something really, really simple. So I just chose this Happy Holidays pattern. Both this pattern and these bows are part of a whimsical Christmas set that I'll link for you. It's on my Etsy shop or Creative Market if you want to grab some of those elements. But I just changed the colors of this to be really subtle because I want the back to go with any kind of wrapping that they choose and be subtle, but also have kind of a cute message. And then I made the bow the pink color that we're using for the text so that it matches the back. When I'm thinking about selling at a Christmas market or something, I'm thinking of how they can use this product, and especially not having to customize it. Of course, I can customize it if I'm doing this on my website or doing custom orders, but if I'm going to take it somewhere with me in little packs, then I'm definitely going to want to make sure it's generic and something that's going to appeal to a lot of people. Bows are extremely popular these days, so I have this little pack of like 43 different bows, and I like to pick and choose from there when I'm designing for the holidays. Another really cool thing about PrintsWell is that you can do variable data for about $5 extra per product. So if you wanted to print this with names on it for 20 different clients as little gifts you're giving them, or if you wanted to accept pre-orders and then print them all together, you could do that. You would just need to make an individual page for each piece that you want to be printed. So you can make 25 pages with my name on it, 25 pages with my parents' names on it, and give those out as gifts. So I love that you have that option with PrintsWell, and it's only about $5 extra. Now when it's time to print these, we're going to want to make sure that everything we want printed is the only thing on the file. So in this case, it's really helpful to have the template on its own layer, because I can actually just delete this layer. And now it doesn't really look the same, so that's why I love having the template on when I'm designing, but we know that everything else is going to print perfectly because we use that template. For this piece, I'm going to release the clipping mask because I just used a regular square, made sure it went out all the way to the bleed line. If you're not sure what bleeds are or need help with some of the other design concepts, check out some of the other videos on our channel. I usually am going to delete this scallop shape as well, even though it's no fill and no stroke. I want to just make sure it doesn't accidentally print or something. So for my final file, I really want 2 square files that I'm going to upload. You can save them as page 1 and page 2, or you can save them as one file that's page 1 and page 2. So we'll do save as. We're going to save them as a PDF, and we're using PrintsWell's printer specifications, which you can also find in that need help section if you need help with any of that, or I have a ton of other videos on it as well. I usually start with Illustrator default. I uncheck preserve Illustrator editing capabilities because it'll make the file size smaller. And for marks and bleeds, we want our 0.125 inch bleeds. If you don't have that in your document, then you can just set it right here, and PrintsWell doesn't need any of these other marks, so we'll save it as our PDF. And then we log into PrintsWell. Here's our ordering system, so we'll just click Start Order and Gift and Wine Tags and choose which piece they want. This scallop circle is new in addition to a scallop diamond and an oval. I'm so excited. The wine tag like hangs off a bottle of wine. That's fairly new too. You can select all your different types of paper. Since these are just tags, I like to use the slightly lower weight 100-pound eggshell ultra white. However, you can choose whatever you want. And this is if you want printing on the back or the front. I definitely do because we have that back design. And tags come in quantities of 24. It depends on exactly which shape you choose, what quantities they're going to come in, but this one comes in quantities of 24. So if I'm going to take this to a Christmas market and sell them in packs of 20, maybe I'm going to want like 240. So let's check that box. And then here's where you select if it will be variable data or not. If it is, then you need to upload a document that's the number of pages that you want. If you want 240, your document has to be 240 pages. If you want back printing, your document has to be 480 pages. Each page is one of the options that you want printed. This one's not going to be variable data, so it'll be really easy. And since I selected that, I need to reselect my quantity here. Now we will upload our PDF. You get a little preview here, which is so nice. Sometimes this looks a little blurry, but that doesn't affect the print quality. You'll see what this looks like. You can verify all of the different information, make sure your quantity is right, your shape is right, everything else, and then we'll add to cart. So super easy to order these cute scallop gift tags for the holidays, and I'm gonna show you what they look like in 3, 2. Okay, we just got our gift tags in the mail. They are so cute. They come with this kind of basic cotton ribbon, which is totally fine, but if you also want to kind of upgrade it, you can change the ribbon. We have our happy holidays on the back, and I even printed this custom wrapping paper. It's this on one side and this on the other, which I'll show you in a different video using PrintsWell fulfillment. So I love how these holiday gift tags turned out. Let me know what you think, and if you do decide to order some, use our link to get $25 off your first order.